As the world turned, the melting pot boiled. We lost a generation before we looked away from oil. We sacrificed so many lives that joining the military today is tantamount to suicide. But that's what happens when power and greed collide. Your bank's held hostage and the mortgage industry died. A suicide bomber can take so many lives. But the brutality of war is only poor people die. Now let's hope the Democrat who happens to be black can correct these mistakes. Attempt to mend the mistrust and hate, reverse the country's fate, molesting the interest rate, create think tanks to resuscitate the failing banks, invest in schools, planes and tanks. Advance the masses with social programs and literacy classes, truancy programs for the kids hard-headed asses, and for obvious reasons get a grip on ozone depletion and bring the previous administration up on charges of treason. Reverse the polarity, secure our children's future, free health care for the elderly because the Bush tax credits, they're monetarily unhealthy. We've been through countless bailouts and stimulus packages, and all we got is the same crappy wages and in some cases higher taxes. Our very existence defines depraved indifference, stewing in poverty and ignorance. Yeah, some get pardoned, but to most it's a life sentence serving penance in the inner cities of hell, where the only source of income is weed or crack sale, and the only bailouts we know is from a jail cell. Considering the price of food and the price of gas, how long do you think a few $100s gonna last? I'm trying to wrap my head around the stress of watching them bail out the same banks that started this mess. It seems the CEO gets fired, he walks away with more than enough to retire. While 1/3 of this nation, no matter your education or occupation, you're unemployed or underemployed, suffer from some sort of economic starvation. The previous administration fed the nation a recipe of inflation mixed with military operations, added sugars and spices of the country's bias and vices with 8 years of panic. Flavor it with semantics, brown on both sides, sprinkling in images of soldiers marching and saluting and occupy the masses with gruesome school shootings and with other information that compose and salute and most of the problems at hand. And hope no one notices till you dock on dry land in the situation contained. Then arrange the importation of illegal medications to numb the stress and strain we became, depressed as we digest the technology that entertains our little brain, so we remain oblivious to the fact that the American dream circles the bathroom drain and has become a disease species of tyranny and shame. And power, greed, and politics should be stained with the blame for America's meltdown.